Hey guys, welcome back to Frenemies. I'm Ian, and we are back with more of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And we're dealing with Wakanda, it seems. The last episode ended with apparently the lady that was with T'Challa during Winter Soldier. Not Winter Soldier, I'm sorry. Civil War. Captain America Civil War. I'm wondering how many others are there? I mean, I'm assuming it wouldn't just be her. But they want Zemo. Can't blame them. I'm wondering how that's going to be dealt with. I don't think that they would just... Maybe they'll wait? I mean, they seem pretty insistent so far, or she seems pretty insistent on the immediate, but maybe we can persuade her otherwise. Sharon... I mean, she's grown embittered with reason. Still didn't care for what she said to Bucky, and what kind of brought him down to, in a way. And she might be the power broker, or maybe even because she seemed pretty upset that Zemo had killed what's his face. And she said she was talking to the lady, saying that they have two problems, and she seemed very, objective oriented at that point. So maybe she's the power broker, which would be kind of sad. And the fact that she'd even like be interested in distributing, recreating and distributing the super soldier serum. Maybe for good though. Maybe she's like wanting to. I don't know. I mean, again, don't know for sure if that's what the case is. Hopefully it isn't. What else? What else is it? There was other stuff. I mean, the Flag Smashers blew up the building with people still in it, where they got the supplies from. One of the I don't know how many are on the same boat as Carly, but the guy she's with seemed very unsure or in disagreement with what she had done, and had no idea that was going to happen. John, he's going down a slippery slope very quickly, it seems, and I hope that doesn't become the case. I hope it doesn't just kind of go dark with the pressure going on. And he's always I wish he would take a step back and examine what he's doing and how he's acting, because I feel like he's a good guy, From what little I know, kind of hard on the very beginning when he showed up, at the end of the first episode. But I mean, I feel like he's not a bad guy. Just all this sudden pressure and stress put on him, it's gonna have effect on you. So I don't know. See where all of this comes. We have only 3 episodes, including this one, so we'll see how it goes. Oh, we're showing Wakanda already? Okay.
The Nazis.
Oh, wow.
It's not gonna work.
Развед. Возвращение народов. Один. Грузовой вагон.
Oh god, this first 2 minutes, huh?
Well, the Wakandas are here. They want Zemo. Bought us some more time.
Were you followed?
The very concept of a super soldier will always trouble people. It's that warped aspiration that led to Nazis, to Ultron, to the Avengers.
Hey, those are friends you're talking about.
The Avengers, not the Nazis.
So Carly is radicalized.
The serum never corrupted Steve.
Touché. But there has never been another Steve Rogers, has there?
Irresistible. This is weird, Zemo. I thought you should know that.
What the hell is he doing?
Getting our intel, apparently.
Do you see these men there?
Uh-oh.
They're very bad. Not to be trusted. Donya is our little secret, okay?
Never mind. Or she's just saying that to... Or he's just saying that to get there.
Cute kids.
Dang it! I was hoping for Zemo, god dang it! You tricked me. I allowed it.
I prefer to keep my leverage.
Fair. Understand it. Okay.
You want to see what someone can do with leverage?
Take it easy.
Secret hideout. Oh, okay.
No more keeping us in the dark. You can start by telling us why you broke him out of prison.
He did that himself, technically.
Oh, this better be an unbelievable explanation.
Take it easy before it gets weird.
I know where Carly is.
Well, where?
Well, all we know is it's a memorial.
You're gonna let your partner walk into a room with a super soldier alone.
He's dealt with worse, and he's not my partner.
I used to counsel soldiers dealing with trauma, okay? This is right in my wheelhouse.
Yeah, I know, and I know those soldiers, which is why I know this is a bad idea.
Wait, John. If you can talk her down, might be worth a try.
Saw you back there.
Well, yeah. I made it obvious, dude.
I came alone.
Ish. Old John.
No. This is a bad idea.
It hasn't been 10 minutes, John, just sit tight.
Don't do that. Don't patronize me.
He knows what he's doing.
I like the camera movement's kind of chaotic for him right now. And say you said 10 minutes, dude.
This is all really easy for you, isn't it? All that serum running through your veins.
He was a soldier before.
I'm not your enemy. I agree with your fight. I just can't get with the way you're fighting it.
And I'm sure she wouldn't either.
Carly Morgenthau, you're under arrest.
So this is what that was?
No, Carly,
Tricking
wait.
me until your backup arrived.
No, I think we had enough time to talk.
You and that
Why don't
symbol
you
of-
come-
Zemo? No. You kill her, that'll enrage the rest. Oh no. Zemo, don't tell me he's gonna take some.
This is what I think it is.
I don't think he would, he'll just break it, right? Oh no, John, don't take it, please. Don't tell me there's gonna be more still. There's gonna be one more vial. Bad becomes worse. John.
Should I put down the shield?
Mars
Fair.
not. Uh-oh. More. There are more. Oh god. It's been 8 hours.
The Dora Milaje don't have jurisdiction here.
The
so-
Dora Milaje have jurisdiction wherever the Dora Milaje find themselves to be.
Okay.
Sam. I mean,
Look,
not
I
Sam,
think we
John.
got off on the wrong foot.
Oh! Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. God, they're so cool though.
We should do something.
Looking strong, John.
Bucky.
Zemo, you just gonna wait? Go in a closet, pretty much? Oh boy, nice shot! Throw. Guys.
Bastard damn you, James.
Ooh, kind of like that imagery.
He's gone.
You're right, man.
And
Or even super soldier. Being Cap's the first time I've had the chance to do something that actually feels right.
God, imagine how many lives we could have saved that day if we had that serum.
I know.
Hello?
Hello, is this Sarah?
Yeah, who's this?
My name is Carly Morgenthau.
I've seen you on the news.
You call my sister? That's how we gonna play this?
Sam, I would never hurt her. I just wanted to understand you better. I see you didn't come alone.
Hey, Sam. New Cap is moving. Looks like he's found them. Or maybe they found him.
It's Walker.
God dang it, fly, Bucky. No, just fly. Oh, well, I can't leave Bucky. He's gonna take him mid-trap, right? I mean, put in a corner? Or has he already taken it? Oh no. No, no, no. Whoa! God, nice reflexes. Oh, Jesus! Did he take it? Because that is a throw. I know they're showing him to throw really well, but come on. Bro, looks like he's tweaking. Yep, he took it. Oh, God.
Stay there.
What's with all the knives?
Oh, nice. Sam, I love the way you use that thing, man. No! Lamar! Lamar! Oh, that was his last thread. His last tether, and that's it.
It wasn't me! It wasn't me!
No! Oh! Man, I like how even the outro music's subdued. This is gonna be a really hard episode to edit. God dang it. This sucks. I hate it. Yeah, I love it, obviously, when an episode's great and fantastic and the best. That just means it's gonna be the worst to edit. But I was really hoping Lamar wasn't gonna die, man. This whole like from the get-go, I was like, oh man, I hope he doesn't die, because something's gonna. I feel like that's definitely gonna push this guy over the edge. Even before we saw Walker really kind of going to an edge in the first place. But I mean, we kind of they specifically like created or what's the word I'm looking for? They established, that's the word. Established that Lamar was kind of his, in a way, his stability. Like even with his conversation with his girlfriend, Lamar should have kind of sort of get him through the whole, you know, this Captain America is kind of a part of being politics thing, and talking about that. It's like doing the smiling thing, that is part of the job. Doing the smiling, the shaking the hands, all that, that's part of the job as well. Kind of giving him that support that he might have needed to sort of get through the whole ordeal, maybe get like the initial reveal of him being Captain America. Not the reveal, but you know, the going into the whole parade thing. And now he's got the super soldier serum, and he was already pretty freaking strong and you know, a well-trained soldier. This is just not going to make it much more difficult to deal with, because inevitably we're going to have to deal with him. In case I said that word too fast, inevitably is what I had said. Dang it, man. So much bad happened this episode. We're coming near the end of it, the show, or the season. I don't know if there's gonna be another season. I mean, I hope so, because this show's really great. I mean, there are only 6 episodes, so I mean, do 6 episodes a season. I mean, that's like sweet spot right there, you know. Wakandans came back to, you know, they fought everybody really. Zemo escaped. John messed up the conversation we were having with Carly, which maybe we could have pulled. You know, there was hope there. You know, there's a little show that maybe over time she could be talked down and made to see that the way she was going about things wasn't the right way. As Sam said, you know, he agreed with what she was doing. I don't know what she was doing. He agreed with her fight. He didn't agree with how she was going about it. And yeah, I mean, the way they're treating people isn't like, it's crap. You know, basically going back to how things were before the blip, but it was sort of, the view of it was just kind of showing a spotlight on it, with, you know, having the blip to compare to, like whenever the world did come together after the blip, you know, and everybody was looking after another, and people were shown care and love, and people who had nothing were, you know, watched after by others. What's her name? Donya had watched after Carly and brought others together who had lost family, and once everything was set back to normal, it went back to how it was. But it was just the feel of it, the like that whole aspect, the feel of it was just enhanced, just because you had something to actually compare it to. And the conversation he had with Lamar, I was kind of hoping Lamar was somehow talk him out of not taking. I mean, it was more so Walker was looking for. I feel like he was looking for a reason not to take it, almost, or he just wasn't sure. Like he wasn't sure how he was worried about what it would do to him, and I think he knew or felt that it might not be right to take it. Maybe. At least not for him. I don't know. and whenever Lamar brought up the 3 Medals of Honor, and he was, the way Walker had reacted, the way John had reacted to that statement, I was thinking like maybe it was a cover up that something happened, but it was more so like, yeah, I was awarded for something we had to do that was terrible, and being Captain America was finally my chance to do something that actually felt right. Man, and whatever had happened down there, what he had done, that kind of crap usually affects a person. So, fortunately, Steve was given the serum before even having gone through war. So he already had that, like, for lack of a term, he had like the naivete and the pureness that would be amplified by the serum. Because I don't know, I can't remember his name, but as the doctor had said, and as Lamar said, whatever is there is made more. Which is, kind of what I recalled whenever it showed him taking it in the first place. I just remembered Dr. Selvig, I think his name is. His words is, good becomes better. I just remember bad becomes worse. Good becomes great, I think is what he said. Bad becomes worse. And I feel like it was obviously leading towards more of the darker side, but I feel like there was maybe a chance for Walker. I don't know. And then when Lamar died, when he was killed, that just kind of ruined everything. Like, it was his last, I mentioned before, his last tether, really, to sanity, almost. Like, it was what he had to help him through the stress and everything. It was a support system, and that was taken. And he was, unfortunately, took it out on that guy, and she was shown being brutal, and that's going to go around. It's obviously not going to, one, it was just terrible what he had done, and also I hate that it was the SHIELD that had done it. Like, the SHIELD has never been shown like that. I mean, I know realistically, the way the way Steve was able to throw the SHIELD, it would normally probably sever somebody, but it could be made to argue that he just knows how to throw it, maybe? I don't know. Steve, it's not that he didn't kill people, but it wasn't as brutal, I feel like, as that moment, maybe? I don't know, maybe it was just the way that it was shown here, but like, because the SHIELD, for the first time, I feel like, had been covered in blood. Human blood. And that would seem like that's going to show, that alone would show to people in a negative light. They just would associate that differently than seeing alien blood on the SHIELD. Especially because some of the world sympathize with the Flag Smashers. I just don't know how that's going to work with the government and how they're going to deal with that. On the other side, though, they might look past it, considering he's now a super soldier. Real quick, that freaking thing they did to Bucky, ow, hit a nerve. I didn't know they could do that. And I was kind of wondering, I thought it was just going to shut it down for a second. But no, she literally just popped that sucker off his body. And that was kind of I feel like that was a sensitive point for him. And almost, I don't know what she had said. They purposefully didn't translate it. So I'm wondering if it was more like swearing him out, or kind of like, we're done, Bucky. Because she didn't call him White Wolf. She called him James. Like she had separated him from Wakanda. Like, maybe you're no longer welcome to Wakanda, or basically separating Wakanda from him this time, or for now, from now on. Which hurts, because the beginning. Oh my god, I can't believe they would do that in the first couple minutes of the freaking episode. Like showing Bucky, what is with my hair today? But showing Bucky like dealing, like they were actually showing him being confirmed, cleaned from, or the programming cleaned from his mind. And it was like the first, I don't know about the first, but like it was their test of it happening, and it was, I don't know if it was the initial part anyway, whenever it was happening, like him starting to like cry. If it was just like I don't want to do this again, please, or if it was already, or if it was like the flood of memories all of a sudden like coming to him. I think like obviously it went into, regardless of how it started, it became, you know, just a flood of emotions of like gratefulness and relief and just a weight lifted off. Just like, finally, I can never be made to do this again. I'm me. I don't have this dirt, this filth in me anymore. Like that was unfair. Oh my god, there's so many emotions going there, and just showing the flood of everything that he had done, or not everything, but like fragments of what he had done. Man, that was rough. that really got me. I had to hold back just so that I could see, because if I freaking start crying, I'm not gonna be able to see anything. It'll be too blurry, and I don't want to miss something. But god dang it, like when I'm editing this, I'm gonna be done. I'm a little surprised that Bucky told the group about the Wakanda being there, but I mean I'm glad he did. He literally was like, "Hey, they're here, but we have 8 hours. I bought us some time." And Zemo knew that if they were to lose, which he's kind of see like, well, this looks like this might be going bad, so I'm gonna get the heck out of there. So that kind of throws my like very slight hope I had of him just turning himself over to the Wakandans. But I think, you know, I don't think he had any inclination to, you know, go to be given to the Wakandans. But he's obviously intent on finishing Karli and getting rid of this last remnant of the super soldier serum. That's the new batch anyway. Which now there is none left except for what's in Walker. I don't know if that can be derived from him with this new batch, because considering it's different. I don't know if it's easier to be reproduced through somebody that has it in them already or not. I guess only time will tell, considering the government now has Walker to work off of, and he might allow them to test him. I mean, I'm assuming he would, but yeah, you know, Zemo's now out. Like, I don't know where he's planning to go, because the fact that Wakanda that they found him so quickly, I feel like he can't stay hidden from them for long. But I don't know what what all he has around the world. Maybe he has some places where he can hide out. I did like the moment though whenever they were talking about how the serum corrupts people, and then Bucky brought up that Steve wasn't corrupted, and Zemo even acknowledged, like, you're right, but there hasn't been a Steve since. And it kind of was a nod to a knock at Bucky too. I feel like. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be a subtle knock at Bucky, like you know what you've done. But that wasn't Bucky. Come on, man. But that kind of points to what I was saying earlier. You know, like Steve had received the serum before. Like not that he didn't know like of the bad things in the world, but he hadn't experienced them himself. Like not war, you know, not what war can normally do to people. Like he had the goodness in him, the pureness in him personified. I know I've already kind of basically gone over this, but just like, you know, that was kind of speaking to necessarily why he wasn't in Zemo's words. What's the word I just blanked on? Corrupted. There we go. That's the word. It was partially because of the fact that he, you know, what was in him was enhanced. It was purified. Was a boosted. I don't know. I had the word. I just blanked already. But that kind of prevented him from being affected in the same way by war and by, you know, what he had since through the years gone through. Obviously, he wasn't unaffected by war, but I guess I feel like it didn't affect him in the same way that it normally affects soldiers who have to do what they have what they have to do throughout war. I mean, he did obviously have issues, but it wasn't. I feel like in the same light, in the same, like, you know, he was more so like being, am I doing the right thing, or just it was having to do partially because of, you know, being stuck in a time that he wasn't familiar with, and what Shield at the time being kind of semi-controlled by Hydra. You know, he was made to do questionable things, like something's not right here. So anyway, I know we're in a little bit of tangent. I'm sorry. I do like though that Sam had even I believe that Sam actually wouldn't take the serum, like, if given the opportunity. He didn't hesitate. That doesn't always mean something, but a lot of times it's like, if he doesn't hesitate, then he literally has no drive to take the serum. Like, he feels like probably maybe he feels he wouldn't deserve it, or he'd be worried what it would do to him. But for whatever reason, Sam is like, no, I don't need that stuff. But he doesn't. I mean, he does fantastic work on his own. Like that. He knows how to fight already. So, because he can't, even if he had the suit, and even if he was good with just flying, like, he knows how to fight. And with the suit also, he knows how to fight with the suit. Like, it's so cool what they show with the combat on this. Like, I like what he used to use the jet on the back to kind of basically dissuade whoever was behind him from attacking him, or from grappling him. And that was just really cool. And he did it on a low burn where it didn't burn them alive and just incinerate them. He did it to where it was just kind of it was a lot of heat for them to deal with, and they didn't like it, and they pushed them back a little. So Sam is pretty close to kind of he's a good guy. You know, like, if anybody would have had the serum. Jesus, I can't talk. If I had to choose for someone to have the serum, obviously Sam would be the person. But I like that he wouldn't. I feel like he doesn't need it. And it kind of just more. It's why I'm having trouble. It kind of speaks more to his character that he goes through. He does this without it. I mean, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I'm glad he's not gonna go with. I mean, he can't now. It's all gone. But it kind of sort of semi balances out that, there's Bucky who does have it. They make a really good team. I don't know. I'm glad he hasn't taken it. I don't know if I'd be upset if he did. I mean, I don't know. Part of me wants, it'd be kind of cool if he did, but at the same time, I was like, he doesn't really need it. I'm going on to this too long. Still unsure about Sharon. She mentioned how the power broker went ballistic after he found out. I think she said he found out that the doctor was dead, and still not sure, man. Was that meant to be obvious? I don't think it was, right? That maybe she's not the power broker. I really hope not, man. But I feel like she maybe specifically said he. I mean, she could have just said he because power broker is a he. But she could have also said it to dissuade either of them to even think of, or for it to even enter their mind as hey, maybe she's the power broker. I don't know. I could be thinking way too into that. I did though. I gotta say, as much of a pain as Zemo is, and even though he has escaped and is causing some trouble, I like him a little. I like his character, and I like that he was the only one that of the three of them that was actually able to get information about Donya and you know where she was. I mean, granted, he didn't go like more as direct as they did. He was like, "Hey, do you know where I can find this person?" I mean, Sam was, you know, he wasn't like that about it. He wasn't so blasé. But you know, Zemo kind of, well, obviously you know, there was the candy thing, but he was a little bit more. He wasn't. He was a bit more manipulative about it in a way. You know, he was like, "Hey, she's an old friend of mine. I would like to pay my respects," stuff like that. But still, I kind of like that he was the one that actually got information, and without him, they probably wouldn't have found Carly in the first place. So he has proven to be quite valuable. So unfortunately, he's escaped, and unfortunately that he's the only that he has been valuable, or else you know this whole mess might not have happened. Like with Walker, like he would have had the serum, Lamar wouldn't have been killed. God dang it. I thought he was gonna keep that information though. Before, like he was gonna go there on his own, but I think it was just like he didn't want to be given the information in front of them, maybe. But she did also tell them that they were bad people, not to trust them. But he ended up telling them about the information anyway at where they were staying. So I don't know.
He's just going to extort you into that stupid head tilt thing.
Okay, I didn't pick up what he meant. Sorry, whenever you know, when Zemo talked about, you know, keeping leverage, and then Bucky kind of was a little crazy on him. He's gonna extort you and do that stupid head tilt thing. I understood what he had said. I thought he was talking about like try to get into your head, but he mentioned doing that stupid head tilt thing, which he's been doing this whole time. And Zemo took note and was like, and then just immediately kind of straightened his head. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't do that. But Zemo definitely seemed put off by Bucky's actions. He was like, okay, that could have gone badly. But I did notice that. Man, I wish I'd realized that. I understood what he meant then. He still got a reaction out of it, so whatever. Let me just look at what else Sharon says real quick. I did like that interaction. Want some cherry blossom tea? No, you good. I'm wondering if maybe she's upset about it just because of how it's going to get, and the fact that that's the only place she can really be right now. So maybe that's why she was upset. I'm really hoping, man. I don't want her to be the bad guy. Don't make her bad, Marvel. God dang it. I did like. I don't know if I'm just associating incorrectly or just looking into things again. But just like in the camera choreography, like whenever they were at the funeral, and we're seeing Walker kind of slowly, you know, get impatient, get kind of finicky, and you know, showing him becoming more unstable in a way. When there's the point where he's like pacing, and the camera, the way it was moving, like seemed a little shaky or something, or just not as stable. I don't know if that was purposefully, or that's just, you know, that could just be somebody, that's how they were walking with it. But I don't know, I feel like that they have a more stable pan with or movement even with the character, unless it's like an action scene that maybe sometimes that's even stable. But you know, a lot of times in fight scenes it's a little bit more, not chaotic, but like if it's done well, they can still do it right without it being too crazy. But I feel like that was meant to be that, just to kind of go with him being slowly starting to lose it. I don't know, I could be wrong on that. I just thought there was a lot of really good symbolism throughout this episode. I mean, they probably did in others, and I just didn't pick up on it. But like that one being a particular scene, and then I want to look at the camera thing real quick before I go into the other thing. I just more like throughout this whole scene, I don't know, it was kind of doing the same thing when it was focusing on Bucky and Zemo as well. But I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I got initially. Yeah, that's the right word, initially. But the other one was whenever they fought against the Wakandans, and what was it? Whenever one of them threw the spear and it pinned pinned the shield to the table. Whenever she removed the spear and it fell to the ground, the way they kind of like focused on that, kind of like it was like, you're not Cap. And then the fact that she took it and held it in front of him was like another kind of defeat to him. And apart from that kind of sort of element to it, it was brought to his attention like they weren't even super soldiers, and this went real poorly for me. Like I lost. Like what am I? Like I'm not living up to the name of Captain America, which he's not. Unfortunately, he's very much straying from it. But that was just a really cool fight scene. Like they were awesome in this. God dang, the choreography was fantastic. This made me really worried for Sam, though, I will say, because of the fact that he's a good fighter, but these guys are terrifying, and he doesn't have the arm or the. That was still really cool. What a throw though! Like she didn't hit him or the shield. It went right through the strap and into the freaking table. Like God, that's awesome. And she just hands him the shield. Oh man, salt to the wound. But yeah, he's so defeated at that. It's like I couldn't do anything against it. It's not just the serum. I'm just not good enough for this. Maybe I need the serum to be good enough to be good. Such a good episode, but God, it sucks still. We did like I don't know. We saw Lamar was still kind of questioning, not necessarily questioning John, but like kind of watching after him. Like whenever he was wanting to pick a fight with Sam. John was at the same time when they found the serum. I'm trying to remember. Did they fight yet here? But yeah, whenever he was kind of egging on Sam and was like, "Hey, you want to fight?" Essentially, Lamar was like, he was looking at him, kind of questioning. He was like, "Dude, this isn't this isn't doing anything right now. This isn't helping things at all. What are you doing?" I hate that Lamar was killed, man. We saw that it was a good possibility at the beginning, and it done did it. It also seems that Bucky mentioned before that he, whenever was it John at first said it? I think it was like you don't let your partner go in alone, or not at that point, but I forgot what he had said whenever they first met up, and he's like. He's dealt with worse, and he's not my partner. Then at the scene, whenever John was starting to get crazy, and they're at the funeral place, something like you're gonna let him die or whatever he had said. He's like, you mentioned he brought a partner again, and this time Bucky. Bucky, you actually. He was talking to going in. I feel like that, like Bucky's like trying not. I think. Unfortunately, I think it was partially like, Bucky wanted to be better, not wanting to, obviously he doesn't want to let Sam die, but like, I don't know, I think he's also, there's something there and I can't quite get it in my head, but, initially, like I said before, he mentioned, like, he's my partner, and then this one, he didn't say anything about him not being his partner, and he actually kind of went after to help him, he felt he needed help, that he was worried that he was in danger. So there's something there that John was able to pick at, unfortunately. And the insecurity of him and how he is how Bucky is right now. He's worried about himself being still possible about what he's done. I think, and he's still trying to make up for that. I feel bad for Sarah, man. Like she's had nothing to do with it, and then freaking Carly calls her up, scares the crap out of her, basically threatening her and the kids. Just I knew that was. I thought I was gonna get to Sam. I was gonna get to anybody, but she made. I feel like that she was being truthful, that she wouldn't hurt her. That it was probably literally just to bring Sam here, make sure that he wouldn't go anywhere else. And she might have even said to come alone so that he wouldn't go alone, that he would bring Bucky, the only other super soldier that they have, so that they could trap Walker. They didn't unfortunately know. They didn't know that he had the serum in him, and that he even had it. At the very least, Zemo destroyed the other vials, but again, maybe they'll be able to reproduce it with Walker if they study him. But yeah, poor Sarah. She had no play in this, and she just pulled right in. But I think that was the only. I don't think she has to really worry about anything else from Carly or the rest of the Flag Smashers. I'm hoping, pretty sure. Uh-oh. Camera stops. And we're back. But yeah, I don't... We only have 2 episodes left. That next one's the penultimate. That's usually where things get the worst. The worst. So I'm not really sure. I mean, I'm assuming the news, like that footage is gonna go viral and things like that's gonna be a very negative light on the new Captain America. I don't know how the government's gonna handle that, considering he also has the serum inside of him. So I don't know if they're gonna give him leeway or if they'll even care. I don't know. Zemo's out. Zemo's escaped. People from Wakanda are on the hunt for him. I don't know how long it's gonna take for them to find him. I feel like it wouldn't take very long, considering they. Maybe they just were looking for. They had tracking on Bucky somehow. Anyway. Yeah, things aren't looking great right now. We have Walker, we have the Flag Smashers, and obviously that they brought up like that the Flag Smashers are kind of dealing with war on both sides. You know, are 2 different wars. You know, Captain America and them, Walker and them, and all the government and whoever the power broker is. Because apparently, there's one. He said, "Give my serum, or I'm coming back for you. I'm coming for you." I'm saying he, because I'm hoping it's not gonna be Sharon. And now they don't have the serum. That's completely gone. So they have nothing to work with. But she says that we'll deal with him when the time when it comes to it. Now they're just gonna focus on that. And also her seeing him kill one of her friends so brutally. I don't know how that's gonna go for her. Like, she was already... I don't think there's any kind of bringing her back now. Just kind of sucks. Well, that is it for this week's episode of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Hope you enjoyed it. Man, it's been stressful. Can't wait for next episode. You know the drills. See you guys next week for the penultimate.